Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Well, it's all going on, ladies and gentlemen. My first little bit of my driving ban was great fun, trying to get up to Hull at the weekend during a train strike. Holy moly, to come back to a happy house, not, as they say in the gay clubs, a happy house, not. The divorce is plodding on, just received a letter. Move on. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just talk about the lockdown, what's going on. That seems to be the headlines at the moment. Well, apart from Philip Schofield. Now, it just never seems to end, this Philip Schofield thing, does it? Now, who is making this going on and on and on and on and on? I got a phone call a minute ago from my ex-wife-to-be telling me that Eamon Andrews is really Eamon Holmes is... Eamon Andrews, where'd that come from? Eamon Holmes, Eamon, so it is. He's in trouble because he dropped the F-bomb. He didn't think his mic was on. What a... Oh, luckily mine went off there. Eamon, you've got to watch your P's and Q's and especially your F's. You really have got the hatchet out for him, haven't you, Philip Schofield? And I can understand why. Probably because you've given him so much friendship over the years and you feel that he has spat upon you. Philip did this wonderful thing, didn't he, saying that he's frightened to go outside of the house in case he gets spat on. Well, there are laws to protect you from doing that, Philip, and I think there's more people will support you, especially the bandwagon jumpers like Peter Tatchell. I quite like him sticking up for gay rights and whatever. He's a bit silly, though. He's made a sort of a career out of it, hasn't it? Looking after people that don't really need to be looked after because they are no different to anybody else. Isn't that the thing? But you'll get a lot of this, Philip. I think what you shouldn't do, though, is don't listen to Holly. Take a leaf out of her book. First of all, that statement by Willie Hollaby, she's never said anything that's not written down in her life, has she? What did it say on the Autocue? I am so sorry, and I think, and I've been let down. So she's reading it off the Autocue. Was there little bits, sort of acting advice? Cry, bitch, No, I don't think so. But Philip, come on, Philip. Let this all go away, and the sooner you can get back. It's not about you being gay. No one really thinks you groomed this lad or whatever. If it was... I suppose he was a bit young when you first met, but there's no evidence of grooming, and you didn't give him the good news until he was of age to accept it, which is, okay by me, I guess. Nothing illegal at all. So pick yourself up, dust yourself down. We're all going through shit at the moment. You wouldn't want to swap your shit for my shit. I'll have your fucking shit and your millions a year in your penthouse. But what's the thing with your mum? What was that about? Another stage thing. In the Bet Your Life, the paparazzi were invited along to take the pictures of you becoming the victim. Is this what you want to do now, Philip? You are the victim. You're not a victim. You've got to be accountable for your behaviour. Right? What people think of you, you can have no influence over, really. That's part of being famous. You get trolls, don't you? You get slagged off. Well, don't listen to it. Take a leaf out of Rudyard Kipling. Meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. Plod on and don't set up things. When you had to go and sit with your poor old mum to tell her that you'd lost your job and this... Philip, get on. Stop being false. I thought Gary Bushel's summing up of you was the best. The smile doesn't quite reach your eyes, does it? It's the same with Willie Hollaby. And let's face it, it's no big deal. Why is it making the front page when Kiev is being bombed, shit is going on all over the place, no one can afford to pay their mortgage? Well, I certainly can't, as you'll be reading later, somewhere perhaps. But, don't prolong the agony. Why are they on the front page? Why are Willie Hollaby and Philip the gopher on the front page? Get on with your lives. No one watches that fucking programme anyway. Only people that are out of work. And loose women. It's the same people as loose women and live-in. Okay? That's why ITV is so successful. Those daytime programmes are for women. ITV is run by women. Miss McCall, she should stay there and look after all them silly, woke people that provide television viewers with nothing else to watch. Apart from Ustream, of course. So I'm going to be going over to Ustream in a minute, and I'll tell you what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the lockdown, and I'm also going to talk about Colonel Bob Stewart, an MP, a Conservative MP. Oh my God, lynch him. He's been arrested for aggravated something or other. I know Colonel Bob well, and I've been into war with him. Well, I watched him at war. Actually, it wasn't a war. It was a war that Bob Stewart and his team, the Cheshire Regiment and surrounding supporting elements, helped to end. They helped the suffering. And now, just because someone has decided to bury a hatchet, it makes the newspapers again. The Labour Party will be rubbing their little hands together, won't they? And little hands they are. Okay, folks, here what I'm going to tell you now before you all bugger off. Next, when is it?
It's the 15th, so it's next...
The 15th of this month. Jake don't know, he hasn't got a calendar. He's a teenager, really. He doesn't go to bed until 8 o'clock in the morning and gets up about 10 minutes ago. So, here we go. A Ustream live production for YouTube will be at 7:30 on the 15th of June. Live, unedited, me, a series of comedians and people talking about anything that makes us laugh and showing everybody what you can get away with on television if you wish. And of course, if you don't like the sense of humour that my TV channel has, then don't do it. Don't come along, switch off, go away, sit down and troll it all. But if you want to, come along. So it's free to view for all you YouTube people. All you've got to do, when you're watching this, hit the subscribe button, right? And then there's another little thing, notifications, isn't it?
Yes, a little bell.
About a what?
A little bell.
A little bell. Oh, you got a little bell there. Little bell. Click on the little bell, and it will tell you when this show is coming up. But it is. Put it in your diary. 15th of June, 7:30 live, and it's also going to be live on Facebook as well. Wouldn't that be good? I can imagine everyone saying, "Oh, I hope he says something bad. We're cancelling." No, you can't cancel us. We are Ustream TV. Turn the page. Head over to the Ustream shop now for exclusive merchandise and goodies, including Ustream polo shirts, t-shirts, and some I don't care do I t-shirts. Treat yourself or a mate to our exclusive mugs. You can also buy a DVD of Ustream original live concerts, including me, Danny Postil, and in fact, loads of stuff, even the fantastic Boobs in the Wood. Go to ustream.news/shop.